What is the social responsibility?
We think social responsibility is really important because it's that simple thing that we were talking about earlier, which is to do with investing back.
As we know, social responsibility costs money. So who is paying for this?
Yes, it does cost money, but I think it's money well spent and well invested.
So what are the opportunities that British companies want to operate in China?
Well, I think there are a lot of opportunities. You know, China is such a vast place and it's growing so quickly and compared to the rest of the world.
So what are the challenges facing British companies in China?
Well, you know, business is always about opportunity and risk and finding the right balance. So I've done a lot of work on the risk side.
In this special edition of Business World, we'll be investigating the subject from a Chinese perspective and asking what's the real cost of the country's economic and industrial growth for the land, its natural resources and its people. Hello and welcome, I'm John Dale.
And I'm Jing Wei. In this episode, I will be visiting a state-of-the-art recycling plant that's showing how China can begin to tackle its mounting waste crisis. We will meet Ranjin Singh Baxi, the successful businessman who's on a global mission to turn rubbish into raw materials. And later, we will be joined in the studio by Jing Huang to give an expert view of the impact environmental issues have on urban planning and architectural design. Mechanical biological treatment is not a single method or technology, but a combination of sorting and treatment processes. And it all begins here with a black bag of domestic waste. It contains the leftovers after householders have separated out the recyclable materials and would once have been destined for the landfill. And now it is starting on a very different journey. So what did the visitors from China think of Bifur's Brookhurst Wood Waste Recycling Center? I asked delegation leader and the Deputy Secretary of CSES, Hou Xuesong.
Bifu 是一个很古老的公司了，看到他们介绍100年了啊。
China's President Xi just made his speech in Mansion House. He was talking about China's economic structure and how will China work closely with UK and Europe. As the world, this is the golden era for UK and China. What is the biggest opportunity in China for Aston Martin?
Well, we have two really. One which we signed a deal today, which is a company by the name of China Equity, which is a private investment company.
Chinese Premier Li Keqiang has been received by the Queen for his first full day of his official visit to the UK. He has also been holding talks with David Cameron in Downing Street. He hopes this trip will help to change misperceptions and misgivings about his country, as well as business and cultural time. Ms. Li will join dinner with Chancellor George Osborne, along with Sino-British entrepreneurs tonight.
此次访问到现在不过24个小时。
People are beginning to take their seats at the BAFTA's Princess Anne Theatre. So it's not long now before we find out tonight's winners.
A very big thank you to you for being here tonight to support the work of the charity TVE.
When the rest of the world was in the grip of a global financial crisis, China's economy was booming. By the time Europe had begun slowly to recover, China was still forging ahead, turning its period of rapid economic growth into a steady upturn. It's now predicted that China will become the world's largest economy by 2028. Hello, I'm Jing Wei, and in this special edition of Business World, I will be reporting on the changes happening in China from the particular perspective of its relationship with the UK. The Chinese jewelry brand successfully comes into the world-renowned luxury department store. It's a really good time to explore the charm of this Oriental brand.
a programme dedicated to examining the relationship between the Chinese, British and European economies and showing how to do business both ways. I'm Nick Wood.
I'm Jing Wei. Coming up on tonight's program.
The Eurozone and the RMB. We look at the impact the crisis in the euro and the fluctuation in exchange rates is having on trade between China and Britain.
The largest Chinese New Year celebration in the world outside China itself is held in London today. I had a great opportunity to talk with Chinese Ambassador Liu Xiaoming. He would send his best wishes to all the Chinese people in the Year of the Horse.
我愿意通过你们的电视台，向我们在英国的华人华侨留学生、中资机构的人员，以及他们的家人，拜个年。